Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are looking at the last of the units to get their EZA from the Heroines Edition 2. The reason why it's called that, and not just called the Peppy Gals EZA, even though I know that's what a lot of people call it, is because this final unit, the Kid Chi-Chi, is obviously not on Peppy Gals, because regardless of what the translation is, I think the exact translation from JP, wasn't it always called like Peachy Peachy Gals or something? But whatever it is that the translation is, or what exactly it implies, they've decided obviously that characters of a certain age, it would be kind of sus if they were on that category. So none of the Pans are on there. Kid Chi-Chi's not on there. Now, for some reason, Bulla is on there. I don't know how old she's supposed to be in GT, but apparently that's the age gap that they make that differentiation. Don't know why. But yeah, physical Kid Chi-Chi. So obviously straight away, you know, she's limited on teams. One thing that does kind of suck, obviously I got her to full level 10 links, just like all the others. She does only have 6 links. So that is disappointing, especially for these kind of units. One of the reasons why I'm not super hot on Dragon Ball Saga stuff coming to Dokkan, not because I have a problem with Dragon Ball Saga, but Dokkan has this habit of like, certain characters have to have certain links. And every time we get new versions of characters, they get those links. So like, for example, the Resurrection of F Blues and LR Golden Frieza kind of got screwed over because they have links like the Resurrection of F ones, right? Like Super God Combat and stuff. And so that means basically almost every single Dragon Ball Saga unit gets the Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, which is fine on a team of a bunch of other units that have those links, but it makes them more difficult to use on other teams, which is a little bit annoying. And when we look at her actual categories, she's on Youth, Earthlings, Bond of Parent and Child, and Dragon Ball Saga. Now, obviously, Global, we don't have the last one properly. We only have a free-to-play leader. Earthlings doesn't really have, like, a full leader. And, of course, we do not have the EZA for Kid Goku, so we are running him as the lead, but his leader skill is... I mean, he does still have a full 170 for Dragon Ball Saga, which is fine. But obviously nothing nothing higher than that. So this Kid Chi-Chi, she does greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn on Super, which is pretty good. Does supreme damage and has a great chance to stun, which is 70%. So definitely useful for Super Battle Road. We still don't have a Dragon Ball Saga stage, do we? But yeah, she would be useful for that for sure. And then yeah, she gets 330% attack when performing a Super. Attack minus 30% for 3 turns after receiving an attack, which is unfortunate. Ki +2 and defense 200% when there's an ally whose name includes Goku Youth on the team. So obviously we have that. Then she gets an additional 2 ki and 100% defense if that ally is attacking in the same turn. She gets a chance of performing a crit and a high chance of evading enemy attack per youth. 20% per youth category ally, self-excluded, attacking in the same turn. So, that means, what have we got on this turn in terms of youth? Bulma counts as youth as well, right? Yeah, she's not fully link leveled. I never link leveled this unit. I'm just bringing her because she does have some links with Chi-Chi. And then these guys should be on there as well, right? Yeah, so we do have a full youth rotation. So it is self-excluded, but it means she has a 40% chance to dodge, as well as a 40% chance to crit. So full additional, definitely the way to go for her. Now, the problem is, because she loses attack for 3 turns after she gets hit, it kind of makes you like, I don't want to put her in slot 1, right? Because if she doesn't dodge, then she's going to lose that attack, and she loses it for 3 turns. Whereas on this rotation, we do have no attacks in slot 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You only have 63k defense. They do have a, is it dodge chance or damage reduction when they're the first attacker? But obviously that doesn't go off until they actually attack. Now Chi-Chi does have 5 links. She gets 1 extra link with Bulma. Oh yeah, Battlefield Diva, obviously. So she's got every single link active except for More Than Meets the Eye. Now, unfortunately, her actual best link partners, one of them is the Int Anin from the World Tournament, and then there's the physical Chi-Chi from the World Tournament and the STR Chi-Chi that we showed off already. None of those units are on her teams. They're not on Dragon Ball Saga, they're not on Youth. I guess technically the Chi-Chis would be on Earthlings, but again, there's no proper team for that. So this Kid Chi-Chi just feels like a unit that has no real place. But we'll go ahead and see how good they are. man, these guys, I'm looking forward to them getting an EZA, but oof, they're definitely not a slot 1 unit for events of any sort of level of difficulty, but it is what it is, I guess. So let's see what we get out of Chi-Chi for this first turn. We're going to get an additional super from Goku and Arale. I mean, when they do get an EZA, I feel like they're going to be super good on the like new team with like the new Kid Goku and stuff. 4.1 million on the first turn. That is pretty good. We didn't get the crit. Now, obviously, we didn't get hit, so we haven't lost any attack for the next turn. I brought Launch on the team as well. Basically, the units I mentioned, Anin and the 2 Chi-Chis, they share 5 links with her. And then when we drop down to 4 links, we have the Goku and Arale. We have the Launch on here. There's a couple of other like Peppy Gals units, but obviously she's not on Peppy Gals. But units like this Bulma that we had on the last turn, they're all units that share 4 links with her. So it's a pretty good combo. Let us get... I floated off one of the Kid Gokus last turn, didn't I? Because we want to have at least one turn where we have Kid Goku on rotation with her. So let's go ahead and do this, and then just grab these. So we should be able to finish off Vegeta this turn. I mean, this is just... Dragon Ball Saga is a team that needs a lot of buffs. And obviously we got the new Path to Power Goku on JP, which is a big help. The new Hachan as well, obviously. But yeah, still definitely need some good buffs for this team. Because like I said, the links are what kind of let some of these units down for some of the more difficult content. So with the actual Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, she does share 3 links. And then if the Goku is on the turn, she is getting 2 ki and another 100% defense. So bear in mind, her defense is 225k on this turn without any support, with 4 links active if we put her in the middle. And she is going to greatly raise her defense on Super. So she's going to be over 300k. And because we have a full youth rotation again, obviously she has a 40% chance to dodge and a 40% chance to crit, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and see. It'd be nice if she got more of an attack buff with like the Kid Goku on rotation instead of just defense. But I mean, 4.1 million on turn 1 is not terrible for this unit when you consider the current power level of this team overall, which is quite low. I mean, this Kid Goku, like, he's Rainbow level 10 links as well. Obviously, he's not an EZA unit, but he's a Dokkan Fest exclusive, and she is doing more damage than him. Now, obviously, he has less links active. He doesn't have links like Fierce Battle, which obviously gets a lot of attack from. But yeah, the fact that she's doing a higher attack stat than him is kind of funny. And obviously additional, like I say, the best way to go for her, because if you do get an additional super, then obviously she greatly raises her attack and defense again, so then you have the potential for her stats to actually be pretty good. So I mean, I feel like she could be quite useful on like the Youth and Dragon Ball Saga team builds. It's just the fact that, especially with the way, like the current state of the game on global, it's just a team that you, like, why would you ever run that team? And Kid Goku getting his EZA and that physical Goku coming out, because of physical Goku's leader skill, unless we do get like a specific like Dragon Ball Saga, or I don't think, there is a youth one, right? Super Battle Road. There's no reason why you'd run a full team built that way, right? You would just run the other combinations that you can run thanks to that physical Kid Goku's leader skill, because he has so many different combinations of category built into that lead. So I guess the only way you're really going to be running this team is if you don't summon for, or you just don't pull the physical Path to Power Kid Goku when he comes out, and obviously you EZA your Int Kid Goku, and you just want to run his team by running a friend physical Kid Goku, which means obviously because you have to work under the leader skill of your Int Kid Goku, means you can literally only run a Youth or Dragon Ball Saga team. It does put his leader skill up to both being full 170, so it does give you some options, but it's pretty much going to be like the only team that she's probably going to be useful on. And then there we go, we get the dodge. So did she get hit the previous turn? Because her attack stat was lower than one of the ones that we've seen. Although we do have different links active this turn, I guess. So maybe it's down to that. But that is probably her biggest like weakness. I think we're actually going to die now as well. Alright, but yeah, I don't really feel like this showcase needs to be particularly long for her. I mean, she is, I would say, by far the worst out of all of the units that just got their EZAs. And it is literally... I mean, look at this team. It's just down to like the teams that she fits on, because the fact that she's only on these like 4 categories, bond of parent and child, like I say, doesn't really exist on global because we only have the free-to-play lead. And when the actual lead comes out, which is of course the Tanabata Dokkan Fest LR Trunks of Vegeta, like that category is so ridiculously stacked because it has pretty much every Goku, most Vegetas, Gohans, Trunkses. Like, when would you ever be running this unit on the team? Especially because of her links. Like, she wouldn't work on that team as a floater, especially because to get her, like, even part of her passive active, you have to have a Kid Goku on the team. So, like, yeah, unless we get some proper buffs for Dragon Ball Saga and Youth, and even then, as I've already said, some of the buffs that we've already gotten are units that you would just run on the team ahead of her. And, like, units that we have even on this team that I built, like, both of the LRs, I mean, these guys do have their EZA. They're pretty good depending on how you build the team. They're obviously not great, but I would still probably put them on a Youth / Dragon Ball Saga team over this Chi-Chi. So, I mean, the fact that she has a great chance to stun is pretty good for Super Battle Road, right? 70%. But yeah, I feel like outside of that one very niche team build, you're just never going to use this unit. So, a little bit disappointing, but, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Let me know what you guys think of the Youth Chi-Chi. But yeah, I can't imagine anyone is particularly hyped about this unit. That's why we left this one for last. And obviously, she's not on Peppy Gal. So I talked about in the previous showcases, I'll do a video using all the new EZA units on a team together. And we'll do like a red zone stage and like Peppy Gal's Extreme Super Battle Road. Obviously, not including this Chi-Chi because she's not on the team. But it does work out quite nicely because there were 3 other units that got EZAs. And we got Chilai and Farsha. And then we can have Videl as the team leader. And then off we go. So, yeah, let me know what you think of physical Kid Chi-Chi. I can't imagine anyone is particularly impressed, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So, that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.